Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that sounds like it's straight out of a disaster movie, Yellowstone. You've probably heard the rumors about it being a supervolcano just waiting to blow. And recently, there's been a lot of buzz about the ground there literally rising. So what's really going on? Is it time to panic? Let's break it down. First off, let's get a clear picture of what Yellowstone actually is. It's not your typical pointy, cone-shaped volcano like Mount Fuji. Instead, it's what scientists call a caldera. Imagine a massive, ancient, underground chamber of magma that erupted so violently hundreds of thousands of years ago that the ground above it collapsed, creating a huge, crater-like basin. That basin is what we now know as Yellowstone National Park. Underneath it, a massive plume of hot rock from deep within the earth is still very active, feeding the magma chamber that fuels all those famous geysers and hot springs. So, when scientists talk about ground uplift at Yellowstone, they mean that parts of the caldera floor are literally being pushed upwards. We're not talking about mountains suddenly appearing overnight. This is a very slow and subtle process, usually measured in just a few inches per year. But how do we even know this is happening? We have some incredibly precise tools. The main one is the Global Positioning System, or GPS. You use it on your phone to get directions, but the scientific-grade GPS stations scattered all over Yellowstone are way more sensitive. They can detect tiny millimeter-level shifts in the ground's position, both vertically and horizontally. Another amazing tool is called InSAR, which stands for Interferometric Synthetic Aperture Radar. That's a mouthful, I know. Basically, it's a satellite that bounces radar signals off the Earth's surface and creates incredibly detailed 3D maps. By comparing maps taken at different times, scientists can see exactly where the ground has risen or fallen. It's like having a superpower to see the Earth's surface breathing. So, why is the ground rising? The simplest explanation is to think of the magma chamber beneath Yellowstone as a giant underground lung. This chamber isn't just a big pool of melted rock, it's a complex sponge-like system of rock, molten magma, hot water, and volcanic gases like carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Sometimes a new batch of magma from the deeper mantle plume gets injected into this chamber. This extra material needs space, so it pushes the ground above it upwards, causing uplift. It's like slowly inflating a water balloon under a rug. The rug will bulge up. Another major cause is the buildup of those hot fluids and gases. As groundwater seeps down and gets superheated by the magma system, it turns into hydrothermal fluids. These fluids, along with gases released from the magma, can get trapped under layers of rock. As pressure builds, they also push the ground up. Think of it like shaking a can of soda. The pressure from the dissolved gas pushes against the can. In Yellowstone, this pressure pushes up on the ground. Now for the big question, does this uplift mean Yellowstone is about to erupt? The short answer is, almost certainly not. Here's the key thing to understand. Yellowstone's ground is constantly moving. It breathes. It goes through cycles of uplift and subsidence, which is when the ground sinks back down. This has been happening for thousands of years. Since we started monitoring it closely in the 1970s, we've seen periods of rapid uplift, followed by periods of sinking. For example, from 2004 to 2010, there was a period of uplift that got a lot of media attention. But then, the ground started to subside again. This breathing is a normal part of a healthy, active caldera system. The magma and hydrothermal fluids shift around, causing the surface to flex up and down. It's a sign that the volcano is alive, but not necessarily that it's preparing for an eruption. So, what would scientists look for as a true sign of an impending eruption? It wouldn't be just one thing. They'd be looking for a dramatic combination of signals happening all at once. First, the ground uplift would be much faster and much more significant than anything we've ever recorded. We're talking about many feet of uplift in a short time, not just a few inches over several years. Second, there would be a massive increase in earthquake activity. Yellowstone always has small earthquakes, thousands of them a year. They're called swarms. But before an eruption, we'd expect to see these swarms become much more frequent, much stronger, and shallower, moving closer to the surface as magma breaks through the rock. Third, We'd see huge changes in the hydrothermal system. Geysers like Old Faithful might stop erupting or erupt differently. New steam vents called fumaroles could blast open, releasing massive amounts of volcanic gases. The chemical composition of those gases would also change, indicating that fresh magma is rising. And finally, we'd see significant temperature changes across the park, with the ground heating up dramatically in certain areas. The reality is the chances of a super eruption at Yellowstone in our lifetime are incredibly small. Scientists estimate the probability is about 1 in 730,000 in any given year. You have a much, much higher chance of being struck by lightning. The most likely volcanic activity at Yellowstone isn't a giant world-altering explosion, but a much smaller hydrothermal explosion, or a lava flow. These have happened more recently in Yellowstone's geological history and would only affect areas within or near the park. So when you see a headline that says Yellowstone is bulging or ground uplift at supervolcano spark spheres, take a deep breath. Remember that Yellowstone is a dynamic, breathing system. Uplift and subsidence are normal. It's a fascinating natural process that scientists are studying to better understand how our planet works. It's not a sign of imminent doom. The science tells us to be aware and prepared, but not to be afraid. Yellowstone is one of the most monitored volcanic sites on Earth, and for now it's just doing what it does best, being an incredible, living, breathing geological wonder. Thanks so much for watching and for getting your science fix with me today. I hope this cleared things up and maybe made you a little less worried and a lot more curious about the amazing planet we live on. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into science. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.